Assembly is in session today. Very little doubt that the bill is going to be passed and the whole package. Patrick, tell us a little bit though about where it goes from here. You know, there's some idea that the governor might, line item veto parts of it to make it even more to his liking. But what do you see coming out of this?
Yeah, so it'll clearly get done by early afternoon today, Thursday, and then it'll move onto the governor's desk. We just don't know when or where he will sign it, but he's obviously an enthusiastic supporter of this. Because it does include appropriations, he has line item authority over it, so he can carve it up as much as he wants. I would not see significant changes, but he sure could take out a provision or two if it's not to his liking.
Yeah, are there any in particular that were inserted along the way that he might want to just drop out and get it back to where it started?
So there have been some changes since he introduced it. I think many of those were worked on with consultation with the administration and with Foxconn. We haven't heard about anything that he will veto, and so it's possible that he wouldn't. I'd say one provision that was added late in the game that has caused some questions is this changes to how litigation over Foxconn would happen, and it would allow cases to get to the state Supreme Court faster, and it would, if a circuit court made any decisions, those would automatically be suspended as soon as it was appealed to higher courts. Attorneys have really questioned whether the legislature can do that or if it's a separation of powers constitutional problem. So perhaps the governor would share those concerns and take them out, or maybe he'll just leave that for the courts to figure out.
All right, let me ask you another sort of procedural question here. There's a whole, for any effort of this size, there's local issues, there's water issues, zoning issues. Are there a lot of other mini hurdles that have to be overcome, or are those pretty well, clear sailing here for the plant?
Yeah, I think the debate really shifts from sort of this state focus of lawmakers to the hyper-local issues. It looks likely that this is going to wind up in Racine County. They're in final negotiations there with local officials. But then there will be any number of things that Mount Pleasant or whatever community it is will have to sort out, such as creating a TIF district, and this would be a TIF district unlike any the state has ever seen. Racine County does not have a local option sales tax, unlike most counties in the state. The Racine County voters have been very resistant to having a local sales tax, but this would be a way for the locals to have additional resources to, build up their police force and their fire stations and those kinds of things. Will they go down that road? I don't know, but lots of very local issues that we'll want to watch closely.